Welcome back to Kate Rebel's Realm. I'm Kate Rebel. Thank you for coming back to part 2 of the esoterics. Ready to get into it. I also found something out last video. I pulled it up on my phone, and the skins provide more lore. So this, I'm gonna pull Zillitu up, and you have Wings of Doom, okay? There's no place to click description, but on my phone, I can click description, and it's Wings of Doom, and there's a little thing about it that gives more lore. I made myself big again. I messed up. I got too excited about everything that's happening right now in my life with you guys. So I forgot to make the screen bigger. But hey, look, I'm here now, I'm big now, and I'm about to get small again so that we can jump into part 2 of the esoterics. Let's get into it. Jankar. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's a cool dude. At your service, you should feel honored to lay your head upon his stone. You won't feel a thing. Comment. In life, Jankar was possibly the most feared man in the mighty pharaoh Comet's kingdom. An executioner by trade, doubling as the pharaoh's bodyguard, it is said that he would wrap the dried skin of his victims around the hands of his great cleaver, using each band of flesh as a memento. He hasn't become any more benevolent in death. As a troubled youth, it was as if Jankar was fated for the gallows one way or another. He escaped captivity several times only to be caught again, each stint in prison hardening him to the outside world, turning him even more bestial. After killing 3 members of the city watch, he was set to be executed in the courtyard of Comet's palace. Taking sadistic satisfaction from watching executions being carried out, Comet took his usual seat on the palace walls the day Jankar's life was to be snuffed out for good. But the show the young criminal would put on that day would endear himself to the pharaoh for all eternity. Hiding a small blade in his mouth, Jankar broke free of his bonds and slew not only his appointed executioner, but several of Comet's most decorated soldiers, all with the very cleaver that was meant to spell his end. So impressed with the defiance the young criminal displayed, Comet ordered him immediate release, appointing him as bodyguard. Jankar took his new role like a fish in water, performing any gruesome task set before him with relish. One evening, Comet murdered a revered politician in a wine-induced rage, with Jankar being the only witness. When asked how he could ensure his silence on the matter, the loyal bodyguard wordlessly cut out his own tongue, kneeling to his liege even as blood poured from his mouth like a crimson river. And when his master made the infamous deal with the jinn that would curse the entire kingdom, Jankar was transformed into an abomination so ghastly that his flesh would repel even the foulest of maggots. But he became no less loyal. Jankar serves the pharaoh even now, delighting in every kill to please his master while feeding his mighty cleaver. And there is no one Comet trusts more than his undead executioner of the sands. How can I trust that you're not going to tell anybody about what I just did? And he just kneels down and cuts out his own tongue. Okay, we had Lily in one of the other videos, so we're doing our death. Too angry to die, our death. Allegiance eternal. Strange evil surrounds the halls of Everlon, that accursed realm of the Eternigans that lies sunken, banished by the gods beneath the heat of the eastern desert. Rumors of powerful magic and rulers that meddled with very foundations of the universe pervade the land. Yet all that remains clear about this old kingdom is its bloodthirsty inhabitants, is that well-guarded secrets lie within. The intruders are not welcome under pain of death, delivered by the likes of twisted Ardeth. While little is known of Ardeth himself, some assumptions can be made as to his history. Eternigan hieroglyphs show their society was structured according to a strict hierarchy, at the bottom of which were slaves and at the top of which were the strange class of priest kings. In between were various servants and soldier classes, the most elite of which were the Majok, vanguard soldiers like Ardeth, who carried mighty Kurgorzial swords and shields, yet wielded terrifying destructive magic. These vanguards were trusted with information that the regular soldiers of Everlon were not, given this honor for their loyalty and because their magic was to be amplified as part of the event only known as the Change. What is the lore behind the Change? Most senior of the Deathless Eternigan Guardians, the vanguards are believed to have been the personal protectors of the Priest Kings, who used the power of a tear of the moon god that fell as a meteorite to bring their kingdom endless wealth and their dynasty immortality. Yet this was most likely a trap from the god of the netherworld, and instead, dark magic swept over them. While the vanguard like Ardeth became all the more powerful, the Eternigans were driven mad by power in the Change, forcing the gods to bury them under the desert. Yet even the gods could not destroy the Eternigans. Unleashing a wave of effortless, destructive magic on those who stand in the way of his orders, now twisted and immortal Ardeth's soul is a void, a hole filled with the nether of the god of the netherworld. He is driven by a constant instinct to serve the Priest Kings, following their ancient command to protect Everlon and perhaps to expand it, searching for new Eternigans to swell the ranks of the Eternigan army to fulfill their ultimate destiny of conquest. Sworn to protection and vengeance, death is simply not an option for Ardeth. Ardeth in the middle of the street. Laurel is so freaking cute, and I love her so much. A leaf seeks purpose. Deep in the mysteries of the lush Maternia jungle, Laurel lies on the forest floor, her ear to the ground listening for rumors from the trees and earth. Leafy whispers of danger from hunters and loggers revealed by the great life-giving mother tree herself. When rumors of destruction reach her, Laurel glides through the trees like a tropical storm to protect the nature she worships, ready to use her wand to defend her beloved home at all costs. Evident from her skin, turned green after millennia of life in the forest, Laurel is among the oldest of the tree elves and, like the rest of her kind, has spent her life at one with nature, seeking to protect the harmony in the jungle. Unlike many other tree elves, Laurel does not hunt, nor does she have a specifically close link with the birds or the worship of the bird god cult. Instead, she reveres Elowin, which we know because she helps her. The guardian born from a leaf that fell from the mother tree in sadness, seeing her as a protective blessing from mother and the most powerful protector of jungle life. Ever since she caught a glimpse of Elowin's power defending the Maternia jungle against loggers, Laurel has wished to follow in her footsteps and become a true daughter of the mother tree, what the tree elves call a Gwrvich. After Elowin had left this battle in search of new trees to protect, Laurel found a small branch had fallen from Elowin in the ferocity of the skirmish. Knowing its sacred power gifted from Mother, Laurel carefully used her tree elf magic to turn it into a wand, a powerful weapon that has yet only a fraction of Elowin's great power. To Laurel, Elowin is a model of how to live a pure and harmonious life, and she wishes to do whatever she can to become a true daughter of the forest. Seeking to emulate her idol, she has undergone a transformation by abandoning all food like Elowin, and instead she absorbs life from the holy sap of the mother tree that flows through all of the jungle. And believing that Elowin must have help so that maybe one day they can fight side by side, in a ceremony hundreds of years ago, she swore to the mother tree that she would become a true daughter like Elowin. Yet as the fury of the jungle has grown with time, threatened by the world around it, Laurel has in turn grown madder, her skin turning greener the more she feeds from the forest and becomes at one with the verdant life. Soon she hopes she will become part of the wise forest and join her idol Elowin in defending it forever. But she should be careful, for the magic of the forest is so powerful and ancient that even tree elves may never truly understand it. Cute! Cyclone. Probably one of the worst heroes in the game. Watch him have a really cool story and I'm gonna feel bad. A mind of wind. When Cyclone was summoned, he didn't behave much differently from the other elemental fusions. The wizards were greatly disappointed and lost interest in him after only a short time of studying him. Little did they know that Cyclone actually possessed an independent consciousness. He had cunningly pretended to be an ordinary elemental fusion, as the wizards had believed. Cyclone wasn't willing to be controlled for life by the wizards of the White Tower like Voltus was. Right now, Cyclone is secretly absorbing the abundant power of the wind near the White Tower, growing and strengthening himself. He schemes that once he saves enough power, he will break free from the spell set by the wizards and become truly free from the White Tower. But before that, he has to disguise himself for a long time more. Almost as boring as you are, buddy boy. Nazim! None shall pass. Nazim cannot remember how many years he has held his position. He took over as the Eternal Guard when he came of age, and since then it has been Nazim's duty to guard the great shrine and the priests there. It is a mission one cannot give up. Rumor has it that the secret treasures of the Scalekin are kept in the shrine, so from time to time there are outsiders and even Scalekin who try to sneak in and steal the treasures. For the intruders, Nazim has to do his cleaning job, leaving no one alive under his machete. Nasalt is done skis. Nazim is proud of his defensive techniques. Not a single Scalekin priest ever lost life to enemies under his protection. Beware of Nasalt. He might get ya. And we did Nobrus in the Nightmare Council, so we are ending the video off today with Raiden. Storms in the snow. Those who find themselves lost in the snowy waste of the north report seeing many strange phenomena. Among them, a barely distinguishable lone figure in the shadows of blizzards, hunched over in search of something, appearing to scan the horizon and occasionally light his way by casting lightning to strike the snow before him. This is Raiden, a seer from the North Throne, known for his terrifying and mysterious stare and an uncanny ability to see what others perhaps may not. Raiden's distinctive face tattoos indicate he was once a member of the Skreberg tribe, a nomadic people that roamed the northern wastes, hunting for moose and ice whales. To the Skreberg, like many in the North Throne, the elements of the world are controlled by Jarlogs, or elemental kings, and by appealing to them, their blessings can provide great power. Raiden's mastery of lightning indicates he has a close link with the Sternjalog, the Storm King, a likely consequence of a practice whereby sickly North Throne infants are left out on stormy nights in the hope that the Storm King would take care of them and bestow upon them some portion of his magic. This link makes the surviving infants closer to the spirit world, giving them great power and magic as seers. The Skreberg could then use this magic to control storms, allowing them safe passage across frozen plains and making the destruction of their enemies all the easier. While seers are typically revered in the North Throne society, something about Raiden has always seemed strange, and unlike most seers who stay with their tribes, Raiden appears to have been banished from his. He can predict disasters by speaking with ravens, read who will win a battle from the entrails of a goat, and, according to him, see chaos for the North Throne in the very stones of the land. Whether he was banished for predicting ill omens for the Skreberg, or for casting down lightning on a member of the tribe, now apparently forced out of his tribe, he speaks of how he must find the edge of the world to see further than any other seer, where the walls between dimensions thin. As Raiden travels, he shows off the power of his lightning magic to ward off enemies and enjoys nothing more than telling the tribes he passes through of the tragedies he has predicted shall come. Naturally, he is not associated with good omens, and even seeing him can be a sign of imminent disaster. His magic is ancient, undisciplined, and powerful, and as he roams in search of the edge of the world, pray he does not want to tell you your future. That was so cool! What? We hadn't heard of any of these people. We hadn't heard of the Skrebergs, that there's more in the esoterics that go with this lore. because this is interesting, and I like it's different. I like it. Well, I hope that you had as much fun as I did. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of the Esoterics. And like always, please comment, let me know some things, chat it up, whatever you like. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kate Rebel. This is Kate Rebel's Realm, and I will see you guys next time. Where's the skin on your cleaver, buddy? Where is it? I keep wanting to call Jafar. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna skin you, skin you, skin you. While little is known of Ardeth himself, so many of them are like that. So many of them are like, who is this guy? Who knows? This isn't even his real name. We don't even know who he is or why he's here or what his backstory is. Little to be known. Look at, he's wearing a mask. Who knows what's behind the mask? Who knows? I'm not just a priest. Well, I'm not just a king. Priest kings. Da-na-na-na-na. Out of all of them, he's got the shortest one. Gonkuba had a longer story.